So I want everyone to know what an authoritarian system like a one-party state really looks like in China. It's not this on rails, we got everything figured out, we got a you know what I heard the other day?
What?
Do you know who is this big streamer? What's his name? He's the Twitch guy. Hassan.
Okay.
He's the biggest. He used to be on what's it called? Young Turks. Remember that? Remember Young Turks? It's like that new independent news network. Or something. Anyway, he's like the biggest Twitch streamer or whatever, right?
Okay.
Someone sends me this clip the other day. I think it was yesterday actually, and he's going on about how China is like China's billionaire. He's talking about Chinese billionaires, but he's being like facetious about it.
America is not a real government, okay? America is 5 companies in a trench coat, okay? The government in the United States of America works at the behest of corporations. In China, corporations work at the behest of the government. That's the major difference.
Saying like, oh, America's billionaires are worse or something because at least China has billionaires and they put the money into a social safety net for welfare?
What?
And I was like, what are you talking about?
The ignorance surrounding how China works, just astounding.
So my point is, the reason I brought this up is that people have this bizarre fantasy that China is a socialist country, and it's freaking not. It's the most cutthroat, rogue capitalist place in the world.
Yeah.
Where the state intervenes, not to make your life better, but to take the stuff back when you get too powerful.
Yeah, especially billionaires, they disappear.
Yeah, for sure. Anyway, long story short, remember the whole COVID thing?
Yes.
Remember that when that was a thing?
Yeah, of course.
So COVID was a thing, and in China, it was the worst, most brutal lockdowns, and there was this bizarre propaganda they're putting out about how they're saving everyone's lives, right? So you can imagine the whole country was just covered in like COVID stuff. It's like wear a mask, get vaccinated, do all this kind of stuff. But now they want everyone to forget about it.
Yes.
They don't want people to talk about COVID anymore. They wanted only to talk about COVID when it was there.
Yes, but now it's like, don't talk about it.
Yeah, don't talk about it. So now they're just plastering up this stuff. It's like, don't eat bat soup. I'm not even joking. They had propaganda back then.
Yeah.
Just last year that said, don't eat bat soup. Don't eat pangolins. So just go scroll through some of these. Just play them out, actually. We'll talk about them. So on the walls in major cities here, you have them covering up masks and the propaganda.
Yeah, they're covering up the Zuohe Swan, you know?
Yeah.
Let's take a nucleic acid test together. Yeah, they're just covering it up, yeah.
So you have literally like this knee-jerk response now is they don't want people even talking about, hey, remember when we had to wear masks? Hey, remember when we had to shut the window because we don't want COVID particles coming? Remember they used to fly drones to the streets of China saying, you're in trouble if you don't shut your window. Don't sing.
Yeah.
Remember that? People were like banging pots and pans, like don't bang pots and pans. It's spraying like
spraying like
antiseptic
bleach
everywhere.
or whatever everywhere. Yeah, here like the woman putting on a mask. Let's cover that up.
They don't want people to do this anymore because it reminds them of the 2.5+ years of absolute prison that the Chinese government put them through.
Pangolins and bats, don't eat bang. Yeah,
I'm not even joking. This is in
that's
China.
what it says. Yeah, don't eat me with this pangolin and bat.
Swabbing the fish's mouths. Remember that?
Yeah. Swabbing truck tires and brick walls and rocks and like spraying bleach on runways.
Leave it to China, though. It's actually getting hard to find the evidence of how ridiculous the lockdowns were for those 2 years.
They're very good at cleaning up and sweeping things under a rug, I'll tell you that
Like the SEO, I swear to God, they pay for it.
Yeah.
Because like half the stuff's gone.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It's absolutely ridiculous. Anyway,
this is the social safety net I just wanted to show that. My point is, to sum this up, China doesn't have a plan. They knee-jerk react to everything. There is no long-term plan in China. We lived there for 10+ years.
Yes.
It is not a socialist country.
No, and like you say, they don't have a plan. They just go along with whatever's happening, you know, and then hope for the best, you know?
If you are a true socialist, deep red in your blood, I don't know what the hell you're doing looking at China as an example. Yeah. It's the opposite.
Also, just go away.
I'm saying, though, you can believe whatever you want to believe. Don't pick China as your example.
Yeah.
Pick somewhere else.
Let's just play this a little bit, and then we can talk about it, okay?
那我问你啊，我是什么人呀？
Okay, so for those of you who don't speak Chinese and who are listening, you've got a teacher. There's a class full of little children. He stands up, it's like, now I'm going to ask you, what kind of person am I?
我是中国人。
Yeah. He says, I am a Chinese. I'm a Chinese person.
声音大点，我是什么人？
He's like, speak up. What kind of person are you?
我是中国人。
那
I'm a Chinese person.
我的祖国是哪里呀？
well, what is my motherland? Question mark.
Your mother. Yeah, my mother.
Yeah,
Sorry.
he's like saying to the kid, like, you got to say, you know, what is my motherland? It's like,
中国是中华人民共和国。
my motherland is the People's Republic of China. You might be wondering what's wrong with this picture. Well, that's a Uyghur child.
Yeah.
And this is the indoctrination. It's kind of not very nice, the fact that they do this kind of thing. And also you have to bear in mind that a lot of these children have been separated from their parents by the state and are being brainwashed into, you know, I am a Chinese person. My motherland is the People's Republic of China. That kind of shit. You know, it's not cool if you are from a completely different background, you know, not only ethnically, but also religiously and culturally, to be forced to say these kind of things to integrate, you know? Kind of sucks.
Yeah.
It's like saying to African Americans in America, you may not refer to yourself as African Americans. No, you are Americans. What is your motherland? The red, white, and blue. You must say that over and over.
Yeah.
You may not mention anything else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Not to mention that a lot of Uyghurs don't consider themselves even part of China.
Of course,
Yeah,
they don't.
It's even worse.
Yeah. They don't. Yeah. Anyway, it's kind of crappy.
Anyway, shout out to
No,
Brazilian China, by the way. Fantastic Instagram account.
Yeah.
Awesome account. Covers some really good infographic data about China and what's going on.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Follow it. But just finish out the clip. There's more.
Right.
首都在哪里啊？
It's like, what's the capital of our country?
说得非常好啊。那我国的国旗是什么呀？
Yeah. What's the national flag of our country?
是后街。
好，大家说他说的好不好？好，大家掌声，掌声，掌声，掌声。大家都不热情。
It's like that's buruching means
buruching.
means it's you're not lively enough.
Yeah.
You know, he's saying to the kids.
So here we are. Oh my!
The guy looks like a trash bag. You know.
I love my job. I love the kids.
Young girls, transvestites, transsexuals. Take those panties down.
Oh, that's weak. Kiss like you mean it.
Oh my. This is a gross episode. Gross people.
Gross. Yeah.